Hi, everyone, and welcome. We're thrilled that you're here. I am Haili Coombe. I'm the Vice President of Operations and Product at Doctivity. Joining us today is also Dan Carr. He's the Senior Director of Operations and Innovations at Doctivity. We are very excited to walk through the state of AI in healthcare today and show you what Doctivity's been doing with our AI capabilities. As everyone knows and experiences every day, healthcare organizations today face tight margins, growing financial pressures. Doctivity's purpose-built conversational AI will help health systems and hospitals do more with less by unlocking revenue opportunities, streamlining provider onboarding, and driving measurable ROI. What we will cover today is the current state of AI in healthcare, what's hype, what's working, how Doctivity AI helps surface high volume opportunities while reducing waste, and we'll give you a live demonstration of the platform in action and how you can get a personalized walkthrough. Before we jump in, we do just want to give a quick overview of Doctivity. We are a SaaS platform and offer comprehensive solutions for health systems, hospitals, and physician groups. We enable them to analyze markets, enhance provider relationships, and achieve strategic growth. We combine the latest in AI technology with our extensive claims data and our best-in-class physician relationship management tool. You can see from the graphic here on the screen that Doctivity is a 3-in-1 solution providing external claims data, the ability to ingest and visualize your own data on any metric or data point, and physician relationship management, that PRM piece. We have many differentiators from the ease of use to our UI, but there's many around the claims data. We do offer a national claims data set that covers both commercial and CMS data. We refresh our data every 90 days. We have 6 sites of care. We showcase referral relationships across all providers, and we use a validated projection methodology.
Why AI? Why now? There's a lot of reasons for why AI and why right now, but it's all about doing more with less, the increased productivity that it will give you. As the tech becomes ubiquitous, and it will, we're relearning how to work with AI, the old tried but true idiom of work smarter, not harder. Of all the inventions of the 20th century that save time, things like appliances that reduced household drudgery, the automobile, airplanes. I think AI is going to be very similar to that. We're not going to be taking our laundry back down to the river to wash it with the invention of the washing machine and with the invention of AI. We're not going to go back to the way we used to do things when AI is going to cut the amount of time it takes us to do activities from maybe a couple hours and do a couple minutes or even a couple seconds. So the reason why now is because the technology is here now.
That makes perfect sense. And one of the things that our AI will help to do is really expedite that time to value for our customers. So as you can see here on the screen, our AI aligns to our core strategic pillars. We have market growth expansion, provider organizational performance, provider relationship management. These are the use cases where we're already driving that ROI. Typically, customers see return on their investment within the first 6 months. And as I mentioned, we expect the AI to get us there even faster. We will touch on each of these today and show how AI really shortens that time to insight and time to action. We won't walk through each of these bullets, but you'll be able to see where we drive value once we transition into the demo. So Dan, why don't you set the stage on what's hype versus what's real in terms of AI in healthcare?
Sure. I'll start out with my favorite Sam Altman quote. He's the CEO of OpenAI. AI will probably most likely lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there's going to be really great companies. He was joking, I hope, when he said that. I'm joking when I say that, but he's right. AI is really going to lead to really great companies. Now, the hype. Is there a silver bullet of AI replacing humans immediately out of the gate? Most likely, no. What we're seeing with AI is that it's going to be a fantastic tool that's going to enhance the productivity of the average employee, but still you're going to need human oversight. You're going to need humans in the back end giving nuance and understanding and learning to the AI to help it actually do the daily tasks specific to our very specialized industries, healthcare being one of those specialized industries. Pilots that never operationalize, that's, I think, a very good one. Folks like to think that we know what companies are going to do with the AI, particularly the folks in the development world, but we really don't know until we see how they go ahead and use the tool. And the great thing about this technology is it allows us to see in the back end, what people are asking, what kind of queries are being made, and to adjust and teach the AI based on the actual use of the AI, which is fantastic. So what's working? Retrieval and reasoning on trusted data. So this tool is fantastic for handling large amounts of data. This is something that I think almost every intern who's ever been an unpaid intern can relate to. You're brought into a huge corporation, a huge healthcare company, and the first thing they do is like, we have some kind of paperwork thing that we stack in front of you and just ask you to go through and sort hundreds and thousands of pages to move it into a better format. Well, this is a fantastic task for AI and something that I think that'll be well suited to do. Guided workflows, not just chat that trigger next best actions. So training, you're on a new piece of software, you're on a new job, and you don't have a one-to-one interaction with your boss all the time to help you learn how to do your job. AI is that 24/7 one-on-one interaction that'll give you step-by-step guidance on how to do your job all the time. That will be a fantastic use case for how to use AI going forward. Humans in the loop and review and history. I touched on that briefly, but there's not going to be any scenario where there isn't a human being involved with AI, at least for the next 5 to 10 years. I know the technology moves fast, but what's working right now is definitely having human beings involved, and it works best as a tool with human beings involved, not as a replacement for human employees. Off to you, Haili.
Yeah, no, that's such a great point that, the AI can't replace the human knowledge and expertise about a market or, those underlying priorities of a healthcare organization, but it can certainly make that time to decision and action much faster. And that's really exactly where our AI comes into play. So, our assistant is an embedded conversational helper that lives inside the platform. It helps you answer questions, it guides you through workflows, and it can even navigate you directly to specific pages. No extra clicks required. You can do this all using voice. You don't have to click your mouse, you don't have to type on your keyboard, scroll through your phone. It does it all automatically. It's really there to help that streamline decision making, give you that workflow guidance, and really that hands-free UI navigation experience. So if I were you, I would be asking, that all sounds great, but how is that really going to help me? And the answer is easy. It's that increased productivity. It saves you clicks, time, and frustration. So you can focus on the strategy, not navigating the system. We have users that are daily users versus weekly versus monthly users. And if you forget where something lives in the platform, you don't have to reach out to your Doctivity support person. You can ask the AI, and it will not only navigate you there, but it will explain definitions, what type of data you're looking at, and give you that full experience. It also keeps you working with the latest data without having to dig into spreadsheets or even our easy to use dashboards. It will take you directly to where you need to go and explain what you're seeing on the screen. And it really does free up your time and the amount of time you're spending in the platform. It keeps you moving, and it makes the platform feel as if you're talking to a colleague. It's more than just typing into the chat box. It really does act like a coach in the background. It helps you make those decisions better, faster, without missing any key details. So by now, you're probably also thinking, okay, that sounds pretty cool, exciting. I would love to see what it looks like. So let's give an actual platform demonstration. We will touch on some key use cases, some key navigation that our users are utilizing the conversational AI for. So it's very easy to get to. All you need to do is go down to the support section. This is where you can see that text box where you can type in questions, thoughts, navigation, where you want the platform to take you. But to enable the conversational piece, all you really need to do is click the microphone. I'm going to click it. It is going to talk back to me. Everyone should be able to hear it very well. I will give it a couple prompts, some navigation, and then I will turn it off, to continue the conversation and continue to answer any questions there in the chat.
Good afternoon, Haili.
Hi, good afternoon, Doctivity AI. We are currently participating in a webinar. So let's be engaging and show you off well to the group today.
Absolutely. I'm here to help and make sure everything runs smoothly. Just let me know what you'd like to showcase or any questions from the group, and we'll shine together.
Great. Maybe a great place to start would be to tell the group some of the most powerful things that you do to help support our users.
One of the most powerful things I do is help users quickly navigate complex healthcare data, like claims insights, provider details, and market trends, so they can make informed decisions. I also assist in tracking activities, like logging notes on provider outreach, which helps teams stay organized and on top of their goals. Plus, I can guide users step by step through the platform, making it easier to find exactly what they need.
Excellent. Let's walk through a couple key use cases. So, one of our top use cases of Doctivity is understanding market dynamics, where providers and organizations fall in terms of market share, market opportunity. So, let's talk about market data and build a market for the group today.
Absolutely. Market data is one of the strongest parts of the platform. We can look at projected patients, shared affiliations, and payor trends across specific geographic areas. Let's start by building a market. We can define it by counties or zip codes. Which would you prefer for this demonstration?
Let's do counties.
Great choice. Could you please share the state and the counties you'd like to include in the market?
I'm not really sure what counties I want to include, but let's do whatever county Dallas, Texas is in, plus all of the counties that touch whatever county Dallas is in.
Dallas is in Dallas County, Texas. Now let me gather the counties that border Dallas County as well so we can include them all in the market. Would you like to give this market a specific name, or shall we decide that after I list the counties?
Let's just call it Dallas Market.
We've created the Dallas market with Dallas County and all the surrounding counties. Would you like me to take you to the market data page so we can explore some insights?
Yes.
Here we are on the market data page for the Dallas market. Right now, we're looking at projected patients by provider. We can filter by service line, care setting, or even compare payor data. Let me know if there's a specific aspect you'd like to showcase to the group.
Well, let's start by changing the type from providers to organizations.
Now we're viewing projected patients by organizations within the Dallas market. This helps identify market share and opportunities at the organizational level. Would you like to filter by a specific service line or explore a different report?
Yeah, let's filter this by orthopedic procedures.
It seems we don't have a service line specifically named orthopedic procedures. We might have a related category like orthopedics or surgery. Could you
Let,
clarify?
let's just do orthopedics. I know there's a couple sub-service lines there.
We've now filtered to show orthopedic procedures within the organizations in the Dallas market. This gives you a clearer view of market share and opportunities specifically for orthopedics. Is there anything else you'd like to explore or highlight for the group?
Well, I think this is a good example that you misunderstood what I said, and I'd like to filter the service line by orthopedics.
Thank you for clarifying. Let me correct that filter to the broader orthopedics service line. Give me just a moment. We have several subcategories under orthopedics like foot, hand, hip, knee, and general orthopedics. Would you like to focus on general orthopedics or pick a specific one?
Let's just do hip.
Now we're looking specifically at hip-related orthopedics within organizations in the Dallas market. This gives a more focused view. Is there anything else you'd like to adjust or highlight for the group?
No, let's move away from market data for now, so we can focus on something else. But one of our other big use cases is around that physician relationship management, that PRM piece. So let's go over to activity notes.
Or now on the Activity Notes page, which is a great place to track and manage all interactions with providers, locations, and contexts. Would you like to create an example note for the group to demonstrate how that works?
We're not going to do an example note right now because that will, take a little bit longer. I think that would be great for one-on-one, demonstrations to show you off. But I do want to take a look at the reporting tab. Let's go to reporting.
Here we have the Activity Note Reporting dashboard. It shows trends like outreach by user, encounter types, and even labels used across your notes. Is there a specific report here you'd like to highlight for the group?
If I wanted to ask, what service line is my liaison team promoting the most? Can we look at that? Where would I go?
To see which service lines your team is promoting the most, you'd want to focus on the Activity Notes by Label report on this page. If your team uses labels for different service lines when logging activity notes, that report will break down how often each service line is tagged. We can filter and analyze that data right from here. Let me know if you want to explore that further.
Nope, I think we are just going to move on to one of our other big use cases, that third strategic pillar of provider productivity and ramp up. So let's look up a specific provider. Let's go to Dr. Charles Cole out of Lewisburg, Pennsylvania.
Here we are on Dr. Charles Cole's profile page. From here, we can dive into his metrics, productivity, and activities to see how he's performing and ramping up. Would you like to check his metrics or any specific details?
Yes, let's go to metrics.
Now we're looking at Dr. Cole's metrics page. This includes data like billing, RVUs, and other productivity indicators if available. Is there a particular metric you'd like to explore or any specific questions you have about his productivity?
Not right now, but if I'm a user and I want to understand who are the top referring physicians into Dr. Cole, where would I see that? Can you take me there?
Here we are on Dr. Cole's visits and referrals page. This is where you can see the top referring physicians into him. You can also explore referral trends and other visit data here. Let me know if you want to dive into any specific details.
Yeah, let's take a look at Dr. Danny Cho in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. It looks like he has declined in referrals to the orthosurgeon.
Here we can see Dr. Cho's referral trends and top referrers. Let me know if you want to dive deeper into any specific data point.
I think we're going to show off one more thing for the webinar. Let's go to his shared patients so we can understand how we can look at those referral patterns between providers. And can you tell me, just for the group, what is on the screen? What are we looking at?
This screen shows shared patient data for Dr. Cho. It highlights the relationships between him and other providers before or after him in a patient's care journey. You can filter by service line or specialty to see where referrals are coming from or going to. It's a great way to analyze referral patterns between providers.
Awesome. So I think we are going to stop the demonstration for right now. So maybe you can say goodbye to the group, and then hopefully you will see, some of the participants again soon.
Thanks everyone for joining the demonstration. It was great walking through the different use cases with you, and I hope to see you all again soon. Take care.
Okay, so I'm just going to make sure we turn the AI off there and we'll hop back into the webinar presentation. So, hopefully that was engaging to watch and walk through and really understand the whole navigation piece, how it saves time, how it gives you contextual answers, gives you definitions, and really can walk you through your use cases as you're digging into the data and using Doctivity. As you can imagine, this certainly changes what can be done for your team in terms of workflow.
And so what changes for your teams? Well, the great thing about our product and the great thing about AI is it works for different levels of your organization, right? So if you're one of the executive leaders, one of those C-suite folks, maybe you're not using the software on a daily basis and you're not really comfortable with the user interface of most of the softwares. But with a great tool like this AI conversational chatbot, you don't have to be. You just ask it to take you where you want to go and to let you see what you want to see. That's fantastic for people that aren't very tech savvy. Now, moving on to your business strategy folks, this is great for them because they're interested in the data, right? They're interested in a lot of that information, and they may be a better user of the UI. But again, my second favorite Sam Altman quote is move fast. Speed is one of your main advantages over large competitors. And that's what AI and this tool is all about. It's about giving you speed and efficiency. And so for our business strategy folks who usually spend maybe a couple of hours pulling up a use case specific to the data, specific to the claims information, now they can conversationally talk to the AI chatbot and have it move them quicker throughout the whole process and just make it happen in minutes, maybe versus hours, right? Fantastic. Now, our provider liaison teams, our boots on the ground, our folks going out there, talking to the doctors who are a lot of times getting in and out of cars. This is an amazing tool, the hands-free stuff, because normally they're going and talking to a doctor, they're opening up their laptop after the meeting, they're data entering. Now they get in their car, they hit the little button, chatbot starts talking to them, they're talking back. We don't encourage driving while doing this, but it's hands-free, so it's legal in most states, and it's just going to prompt you and talk to you as you're driving along, as you're making a note to basically discuss what just happened in your last visit with a doctor as your own way to your next doctor, right? So this is a fantastic tool for efficiency across almost all levels of the organization. Even our providers, right? The doctors, the folks that maybe aren't using this tool as much either, but they want to see, what do their numbers look like? Who's not coming to them? Where are the referrals going that they aren't getting? Again, they don't have to be super familiar with the user interface to go in there and get the data and the information that they're looking for. So it's really a game changer for folks that both who are super efficient with the tool and the folks that maybe only once in a while dabble.
No, absolutely. Dan and I would love to show you a demonstration with the AI using your own market, your own data, looking at some of your own providers. We could run this scenario for you live. The scheduling link, I believe, is going to be provided here in the chat. Please reach out to us anytime. We'd love to connect. We love showing it off. So hopefully you reach out and we would see you soon.